Hello everyone, this is the fourth video on the electrophilic addition reaction. In this video, the addition of hydrogen, that is called as the hydrogenation, hydroboration oxidation process of alkene and ozonolysis process of alkene is elaborated with the examples and the mechanism. This hydrogenation process involves a specific type of mechanism. Hydroboration oxidation involves the formation of alcohol via anti-Markovnikov addition, whereas ozonolysis gives a carbonyl compound, and this ozonolysis is used to identify the position of double bond in a alkene as well as in a natural product. Now we will see first point, that is addition of hydrogen or hydrogenation. The details about the addition of hydrogen or hydrogenation process we have learned in the reagent, that is Raney nickel. Same reaction is there. Alkene, when it is treated with the hydrogen in presence of catalyst at a higher temperature, we get a alkane. Here the catalyst, they are nothing but the metal catalyst, a nickel, then palladium, a platinum. In case of nickel, it is called as a Raney nickel, and we have gone through the details of Raney nickel in the reagent topic. Now see the chemical reactions or a general reaction. Ethene gives ethane, propene gives propane, 2-butene gives butane. Just we have to add 2 hydrogen across this double bond so that we get a corresponding alkanes here. The actual process is there. Alkene is dissolved in a suitable solvent. Suppose it is the ethyl alcohol. So the alkene is dissolved in the ethyl alcohol. To that, a metal catalyst is added. Suppose a nickel or palladium or platinum. Then this flask, it is connected to the tank, which is having a hydrogen at 1 to 4 atmospheric pressure. So tank contains hydrogen, flask contains metal catalyst, and alkene dissolved in the suitable solvent. When this flask is shaken, the gas is going through this flask, then the reaction occurs. This gas, that is the hydrogen, it will convert the alkene to the alkane in presence of a metal catalyst. This is the actual process in the hydrogenation. Now we will see the mechanism, which is quite different than any other mechanism. The mechanism of hydrogenation, it is a chemical adsorption, that is chemisorption process, chemical adsorption mechanism. In this mechanism, we know that these are the metal surfaces, and when metal surface came in contact with the hydrogen, there is a chemical linkage between this metal surface and the hydrogen. How? Metal contains an empty orbital, so there is a formation of weak bonding with the hydrogen. So metal forms weak bond with the hydrogen, and that will break a sigma bond between two hydrogen. So the sigma bond between two hydrogen is broken down, and this hydrogen, it will adsorb on the metal surface through a chemical linkage. It is the adsorption process occurring through a chemical linkage. That's why it is called as a chemical adsorption. So hydrogen adsorb on the metal surface. Similarly, alkene also adsorb on the metal surface by the breaking of this pi bond. And when it happens, now at this stage, hydrogen as well as alkene, they are adsorbed on the metal surface. Then this hydrogen and this hydrogen, it will transfer, or it will break the linkage with the metal surface, and they are transferred to this carbon, and they forms a corresponding alkane. So in this mechanism, we have to keep in mind the chemical adsorption process, the formation of chemical linkage between hydrogen and metal surface, then hydrogen and alkene molecule, then this hydrogen, it will transfer to the alkane, and we get a corresponding alkane. This is the actual mechanism occurs in case of hydrogenation. Now we will see the next reaction, that is hydroboration oxidation. Hydroboration and oxidation. There is a formation of alcohol by the hydroboration and oxidation process. See the chemical reaction. Alkene reacts with the borane, it will form a monoalkyl borane, and that monoalkyl then it converted into dialkyl, then trialkyl, and it finally gives the alcohol. Now this borane, that is BH3, they are exist in the dimer form, that is B2S6, because BH3 is unstable one, whereas B2S6 it is the stable one. Or this BH3 is dissolved in a diethyl ether. Then it forms the complex with the diethyl ether. Why? Because diethyl ether, it is having a formula CH2O, CH2, CH3. Here there is a presence of oxygen which contains a lone pair. And in a BH3, boron possesses empty p orbital. So p orbital is empty on this boron. Then the electron from this oxygen, they are shifted to the boron and it will form a complex. Now this complex, that is diethyl ether BH3 complex, is used for the hydroboration process. And in the hydroboration process, what happens, if we have taken a BH3, then from this BH3, one hydrogen is acting as a hydride, and a BH2, it acts as an electrophile. So there is an addition of BH2 and H, and we get a monoalkyl borane. See the mechanism of hydroboration and oxidation. Alkene reacts with the borane. Now this borane contains 3 hydrogen, out of which one hydrogen is transferred to this carbon, and BH2 group which is remaining, it will transfer to this carbon. And here we get the monoalkyl borane. So it is just the replacement of one hydrogen by RCH2CH2 group. So here we get the monoalkyl borane. This monoalkyl borane again reacts with the second molecule of alkene to give dialkyl borane. One hydrogen from this, it will attach to this carbon, and the remaining part it will attach to the boron, so that we get here dialkyl borane. Similarly, third molecule of the alkene reacts with this and it gives a trialkyl borane. So all the hydrogen, they are replaced by RCH2CH2 group, and we get a trialkyl borane. Now, this trialkyl borane, when it is oxidized in presence of hydrogen peroxide, at the place of boron, there is a addition of OH group, so that we get here a 3 molecules of primary alcohol. So the hydroboration and oxidation process, it is useful for the preparation of a primary alcohol, and this reaction occurs via anti-Markovnikov rule. It can be cleared by taking the example of propane. So by combining this mechanism, we can write here a 3 molecules of alkene reacts with the BH3, that is borane, to form trialkyl borane, which upon oxidation gives corresponding alcohol plus boronic acid H3BO3. Now take the unsymmetrical alkene, that is propene. Propene reacts with the BH3. It gives one propanol, and this addition, it is anti-Markovnikov addition. Here we get the formation of alcohol, but according to the anti-Markovnikov. So in this way, we have to keep in mind a formation of monoalkyl borane, dialkyl borane, trialkyl borane, then oxidation, and anti-Markovnikov addition. Now, the last point in this video, it is the ozonolysis process. Ozonolysis. It is the process by which we can prepare a carbonyl compound from the alkene molecule or unsaturated compounds. Alkene, when it is treated with the ozone, that is O3, it gives the formation of ozonide, and this ozonide, upon the reduction in presence of reducing agent, we get a carbonyl compound. You can see here, see the reactant, that is alkene, and see the carbonyl compound. You can identify there is a breaking of a pi bond as well as a sigma bond, and there is addition of oxygen on this side and oxygen on this side, so that alkene converted into the corresponding carbonyl compound. Now, these are the examples. Ethene, when ozonolysis gives ozonide and the reduction in presence of zinc and water. In place of this, we can use hydrogen and palladium. So that here we get the formation of formaldehyde, HCHO, HCHO. Propene, we get the formation of acetaldehyde, formaldehyde. Just we have to break this bond and add oxygen on both sides, CH3CHO, CH2O. Then 2-methyl-2-butene, we get corresponding acetone and acetaldehyde. So either we get the aldehyde or ketone. So there is a formation of carbonyl compound. Now see the mechanism of ozonolysis. Mechanism of ozonolysis. There is a formation of mole ozonide and its rearrangement to the ozonide. Alkene reacts with the ozone molecule. Ozone, it is having a formula O3, O minus, here O plus. There is a 1,3 cycloaddition reaction, that is, it will attack on this carbon, it will attack on this oxygen, and we get a mole ozonide. See the structure. On one side of the carbon, single bond carbon, here there is a 3 oxygen. They are joined together through a single bond. Now this mole ozonide, it will rearrange to the ozonide by the breaking of this carbon single bond carbon. And on one side there is a 2 oxygen and another side there is 1 oxygen. It is called as a ozonide. Then this ozonide undergo a reduction in presence of zinc water or hydrogen palladium. Just we have to break this molecule in such a way that there is a breaking of this oxygen and oxygen bond, and we will draw like this. So C double bond O is there, C double bond O is there, and here we get a carbonyl compound as a product. In this way, ozonide is broken down in presence of reducing agent. Now, the application of ozonolysis. We have said that it is useful for the detection or for the identification of double bond in the alkene as well as natural product. Now see, this is the compound X. We don't know the formula of X. When it is undergoing a ozonolysis process, we get this type of compounds. So this is the first carbonyl compound, this is the second carbonyl compound. Then this carbonyl compound, we know the structure of this carbonyl compound. Then we have to join this carbon and this carbon together. So we will eliminate this oxygen, we will neglect this oxygen, and just we will attach this carbon and this carbon by a double bond. So the structure become like this. So CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH, then double bond C, CH3. In this way, we can identify the position of double bond in the alkene molecule by ozonolysis process. So this is all about the electrophilic addition of hydrogen as well as hydroboration and ozonolysis process. So with this, we will wind up this lecture, and here the addition across the carbon double bond carbon, they are completed. In the next video, we will see the addition of electrophile, that is electrophilic addition reaction of alkyne, that is carbon triple bond carbon.